Imagine a civilization so advanced they performed brain surgery with a 90% survival rate 3,000 years ago. What else did our ancestors achieve that we're only now beginning to understand? Let's dive in. When we think about ancient civilizations, we often picture primitive societies struggling to survive. But the truth is far more fascinating. From engineering marvels that still puzzle modern scientists to medical procedures that rival today's techniques, ancient civilizations were incredibly sophisticated. Today, we're uncovering facts about our ancestors that will completely change how you see human history. Segment 1. Engineering Wonders. Let's start with engineering. The Great Pyramid of Giza wasn't just impressive for its size. It was originally covered in white limestone casing stones so polished they reflected sunlight like a mirror, making it visible from the mountains of Israel hundreds of miles away. But here's what's truly mind-blowing. This structure, built around 2560 BCE, was aligned to true north with an accuracy of 3/60ths of a single degree. The ancient Romans developed concrete so advanced that their structures have lasted over 2,000 years, while modern concrete often begins deteriorating after just 50 years. Scientists recently discovered their secret. They used volcanic ash and seawater, creating a chemical reaction that actually made the concrete stronger over time. And in South America, the Inca built Machu Picchu using a technique called ashlar masonry, fitting stones together so precisely that you can't slide a knife blade between them, no mortar needed. This earthquake-resistant construction has survived centuries in one of the most seismically active regions on Earth. Segment 2. Scientific and Medical Knowledge. Ancient civilizations possessed scientific knowledge that seems impossibly advanced for their time. The Babylonians were tracking the movements of Jupiter across the sky using sophisticated geometric calculations around 350 BCE, techniques we thought weren't invented until the 14th century Europe. Egyptian physicians performed cataract surgery, set broken bones with wooden splints, and created prosthetic limbs. The Ebers Papyrus, a medical text from 1550 BCE, describes over 700 remedies and magical formulas for treating everything from crocodile bites to toenail problems. The ancient Peruvians practiced trepanation, drilling holes into the skull to treat head injuries and neurological conditions. Archaeological evidence shows that during the Inca period, between 75 to 90% of patients survived these procedures. That's remarkable, considering that during the American Civil War, over 3,000 years later, similar survival rates were only around 50%. The ancient Greeks calculated the Earth's circumference with remarkable accuracy. In 240 BCE, Eratosthenes measured it to be about 46,000 kilometers, just 15% off from the actual measurement. He did this using nothing more than the angle of shadows in two different cities and basic geometry. Segment 3. Social Systems and Daily Life. Beyond their technical achievements, ancient civilizations developed complex social systems that might surprise you. Ancient Mesopotamia, around 1754 BCE, operated under the Code of Hammurabi, one of the oldest written legal codes in history. It established minimum wages, outlined commercial regulations, and even included early forms of consumer protection laws. Women in ancient Egypt enjoyed rights that wouldn't be common in Europe for thousands of years. They could own property, initiate divorce, run businesses, and serve as priestesses. Cleopatra wasn't an anomaly. There were several female pharaohs throughout Egyptian history. The ancient city of Mohenjo-Daro in the Indus Valley, built around 2500 BCE, had advanced urban planning that included covered drainage systems, public baths, and what appears to be the world's first urban sanitation system. Each house was connected to the city's sophisticated sewer network. Ancient civilizations also gave us innovations we use daily. The Sumerians invented the wheel around 3500 BCE, but also created the first writing system, the concept of time divided into units of 60, and the earliest known schools. The ancient Chinese invented paper, gunpowder, the compass, and printing, fundamentally shaping human civilization. Segment 4. Mysterious Achievements. Some ancient accomplishments still baffle researchers today. The Antikythera mechanism, discovered in a shipwreck off the Greek coast, is an ancient analog computer built around 100 BCE that could predict astronomical positions and eclipses decades in advance. Nothing of comparable technological sophistication appears in the historical record for over 1,000 years. The Nazca lines in Peru, created between 500 BCE and 500 CE, are enormous geoglyphs that can only be fully appreciated from the air. How and why did the Nazca people create these massive designs without the ability to see them from above? We still don't have definitive answers. And then there's Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, built around 9600 BCE, making it older than Stonehenge by 6,000 years and older than the Egyptian pyramids by 7,000 years. This complex was built by hunter-gatherers before the advent of agriculture, completely rewriting our understanding of prehistoric human capability. The more we learn about ancient civilizations, the more we realize that human ingenuity and intelligence haven't changed much over millennia. What has changed is our accumulated knowledge and technology. Our ancestors weren't primitive, they were innovative problem solvers working with the resources and knowledge available to them. These facts remind us that throughout history, humans have been capable of extraordinary achievements. So the next time you see an ancient monument or read about a historical civilization, remember, you're not looking at the past through a lens of superiority, but through a mirror reflecting our own human potential. What ancient civilization fascinates you the most? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible facts from history.